There are 5 brands sitting on store shelves right now that most women walk straight past without a second glance. No flashy ads. No celebrity endorsements. Just quiet little tags that look almost too plain to matter. But here's the thing nobody tells you. The women who actually know fashion, the ones who look effortlessly put together every single day, they are not shopping the brands everyone else is chasing. They are shopping these 5. And once you see what makes them special, you will wonder why it took you this long to notice them. Stick around because brand number 3 surprised me so much I had to double-check the price tag twice. Hey there, welcome back to Timeless Charm and Styles, the place where we make looking good after 60 feel simple, affordable, and honestly kind of fun again. If you are new here, I am so glad you found us. Grab a seat, get comfortable, because today's video might just change the way you shop for good. And if you are one of our regulars, welcome back, my friend. You already know we do not do overpriced trends here. We do smart style that respects your time and your wallet. Before we get into these 5 brands, if you are new to this channel, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. We post videos just like this every week. Real advice for real women who want to look and feel their best without spending like they are still working a corporate salary. It costs you nothing and it means everything to this little channel. Now, let's get into the 5 affordable women's brand everyone ignores, but they're absolute gold mines. Brand number 1. Woman Within. Now I know the name sounds a little plain, almost forgettable, but that's exactly why it flies under the radar. This brand has quietly built a reputation for fit-first design, meaning the clothes are actually cut for real bodies, not just sample sizes pulled off a runway somewhere. What makes it a goldmine is the price point paired with fabric quality that genuinely holds up after multiple washes. You are not getting something that pills after 2 wears or loses its shape by week 3. Let's talk specifics because this is where the value really shows up. Their knit tops use a slightly heavier cotton blend than most budget brands, which means the fabric drapes instead of clinging, and that single detail makes a bigger difference than most people realize. Their trousers come with a soft elastic waistband tucked inside a structured-looking front, so from the outside they look tailored, but from the inside they feel like your favorite loungewear. That combination is rare, and it is exactly why this brand deserves more attention than it gets. The trick here is knowing which pieces to pick. Go for their solid colored basics first, because those become the backbone of an entire wardrobe. A navy cardigan, a soft gray tunic, a pair of black relaxed trousers. These 3 items alone can be restyled into a dozen different outfits depending on what you pair them with. Add a scarf one day, swap in a statement necklace the next, and suddenly nobody notices you are wearing the same 5 pieces on rotation. Once you have 3 or 4 solid tops and a couple of well-fitted bottoms, shopping stops feeling like a chore and starts feeling like putting together a puzzle you already know how to solve. Brand number 2. Figo. And honestly, a lot of younger shoppers dismiss this one because it doesn't scream trendy, but that's precisely the point. Once you understand their sizing philosophy, shopping becomes so much easier. Chico's uses its own sizing scale, 0 through 3 instead of traditional numbers, and it removes so much of that frustrating guesswork that comes with standard sizing charts that seem to change from one store to the next. What really sets this brand apart is how it handles color and texture. Their pieces lean toward flowing silhouettes, rich textures, and colors that actually complement mature skin tones instead of washing them out. Think deep jewel tones, warm terracottas, and soft creams, shades that were clearly chosen with skin that has changed over the decades in mind, not just whatever happens to be trending on a runway that season. Their tunics often include subtle ruching at the waist, a small design trick that schemes the midsection without looking like it is trying too hard to hide anything. The goldmine part comes in during their sale seasons because pieces that started at a higher price point drop down to something incredibly reasonable, and the quality does not drop with the price. I have seen blouses originally priced near $60 marked down to under $20 during their seasonal clearance, and the stitching, the buttons, the fabric weight, none of it feels like a discount item. Look for their travel-friendly fabrics especially. the ones that resist wrinkles, because those become an absolute lifesaver, whether you are heading out for errands or catching a flight to visit grandkids. Pack one in a suitcase, pull it out 3 days later, and it still looks freshly pressed. Now, quick pause here. If you are enjoying this so far, go ahead and drop a comment telling me which brand surprised you the most. I read every single comment, and it genuinely helps me know what to cover next. Also, if this video is giving you something useful, tap that like button. It takes 2 seconds, but it tells the platform to show this video to more women, just like you, who need this information. Alright, let's keep going because brand number 3 is where things get really interesting. Brand number 3. Drapers and Damons. The one I mentioned in the hook, the one that genuinely made me pause and recheck the price tag. Most people have never even heard the name. And that's a shame because this brand specializes in something incredibly specific. Clothing designed with comfort and elegance for women who want to look polished without feeling restricted. Here's what makes their design approach so clever. Think elastic waistbands disguised so well you cannot even tell they are there. Blazers with just enough stretch to move with you. And prints that feel classic rather than costume-like. Their blazers in particular use a hidden knit panel along the back seam. So when you reach for something on a high shelf or sit down for a long lunch, the fabric moves with your body instead of pulling tight across your shoulders. That is the kind of detail you only notice once you have worn a stiffer, cheaper blazer and felt the difference. What makes this one a goldmine is their focus on transitional pieces. Clothes that work for a lunch date, a doctor's appointment, and a family gathering, all in the same outfit. A single wrap dress from this brand can be dressed up with a blazer and low heels for something formal, or worn alone with sandals for something casual. And both versions look completely intentional. You are not buying 5 different looks for 5 different occasions. You are buying versatility, and versatility is where the real savings happen, because every dollar spent works overtime across multiple parts of your life, instead of sitting in the closet waiting for one specific event. Brand number 4. Alfred Dunner. A brand that surprises people because it sits quietly inside larger department stores without much fanfare. This brand has been dressing women with quiet elegance for decades, but somehow it never gets the spotlight it deserves. Maybe because it never chased flashy marketing campaigns the way bigger names did. The design philosophy here focuses on coordinated sets, meaning tops and bottoms are created together, so you never have to stress about whether colors and patterns match. This might sound like a small thing, but if you have ever stood in front of your closet at 7 in the morning trying to decide whether that green cardigan actually works with those patterned trousers, you know exactly how much mental energy that decision quietly drains. Alfred Dunner solves that problem before it even starts, because the pairing has already been done for you by someone who understands color theory and proportion far better than most of us do on a rush Tuesday morning. For anyone who wants to look put together without spending 20 minutes each morning second-guessing an outfit, this is where the real value lives. Their pricing sits comfortably in the budget-friendly zone, but the fabric weight and stitching quality often outperform brands charging 3 times as much. I have handled pieces from this brand that use a denser knit than competitors selling for nearly double, and the seams show real reinforcement at stress points like underarms and waistbands, the spots where cheaper clothing typically wears out first. My advice: look for their seasonal coordinated sets specifically, because buying the pieces together often costs less than purchasing them separately, and you walk away with an outfit that's already been styled for you by professionals who understand exactly what works for this stage of life. Spring sets often pair soft florals with solid cardigans, while fall sets lean into richer textures like corduroy paired with knit tops, giving you a rotation that changes with the seasons without demanding a whole new wardrobe every few months. Brand number 5. Coldwater Creek. Brand number 5, the one closing out our list, is Coldwater Creek, a brand that quietly built a cult following among women who know good tailoring when they see it. This brand focuses heavily on classic American style with a twist of comfort woven into every seam. The kind of clothing that looks like it belongs on a crisp autumn afternoon, or a relaxed weekend brunch with old friends. What makes it stand out is the attention given to details most brands skip entirely. Things like adjustable hemlines, reinforced buttons, and fabric blends that resist shrinking. Their cardigans often include a slightly longer back hem, a subtle tailoring choice that provides extra coverage without adding bulk, something a lot of women over 60 specifically look for but rarely find labeled clearly on a garment tag. It's the kind of brand where a single blouse can last years instead of months, largely because the fabric blends resist pilling and the buttons are sewn on with actual reinforcement thread, rather than the single loop stitching cheaper brands rely on. The real goldmine moment comes during their clearance events, where quality pieces that once carried a higher price tag become genuinely affordable. I have seen wool blend cardigans that originally sold for over $80 marked down to the low 20s, and the quality difference compared to fast fashion alternatives at that same price point is honestly not close. If you are building a capsule wardrobe, meaning a small collection of pieces that all work together, this brand gives you an incredible foundation to start from, because nearly everything in their coordinating lines was designed to mix and match without a single clashing pattern in sight, bringing it all together. So there you have it, 5 brands that most women scroll right past without realizing what they are missing. Woman Within for everyday comfort, Chico's for that flowing effortless look, Drapers and Damons for polished versatility, Alfred Dunner for coordinated ease, and Coldwater Creek for timeless quality that lasts. None of these require a huge budget, and none of them ask you to chase trends that will look outdated in 6 months. What they offer instead is something far more valuable: clothing that respects your body, your comfort, and your wallet all at the same time. Here's something worth remembering as you go shopping this week. Style after 60 is not about spending more, it's about spending smarter. It's about knowing which brands actually understand what this stage of life calls for: comfort without sacrificing elegance, versatility without needing an oversized closet, and quality that doesn't demand a designer price tag. The women who look effortlessly stylish are rarely the ones spending the most money. They are the ones who know exactly where to look, and now you know too. If this video helped you discover even one new brand to try, that alone makes this worth sharing. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you have not already, because every single week we bring you real, practical advice made specifically for women who want to look and feel their best without the overwhelm or the overspending. Drop a comment below and let me know which of these 5 brands you are most excited to try first. And if you know someone, a sister, a friend, a neighbor who would love this kind of guidance, share this video with her. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today, and I will see you in the very next video.